What's going on, folks? Will Stewart here with Will Stewart 365, and today we are back with another unboxing and first impressions. Doing a lot of these lately, and that's because fall time is coming, so I had to stock myself up on some new fall scents. Plus, to be honest with you, I'm a bit addicted to this, and every week or whenever I get a little bit of extra income, I'm buying something, I'm testing it out. I just want to smell, and I want to have, and I want to own, and I want to wear all the different fragrances that we can do. But today we're going to be doing that. Let's see if one of these two fragrances smashes the box. So today what we've got here is we've got this box here and we've got this box here, and I'm going to do the heavy one first. I know what the heavy one is. This one actually I think just came in today, and we're going to be unboxing this one. This one I'm really excited about because it comes from one of my favorite houses, and it also are flankers of one of my favorite men's fragrances for the fall and the winter. That is L'Homme Idéal by Guerlain, and I've got here two, I do believe, flankers in that line. Let's see. I already know these are going to smash the box, but let's see if these are any good. I don't remember exactly which ones I've got here, and I bought two because I want to do a whole review of this particular line. These ones aren't super cheap. I think these ones run about 80 bucks a piece, and we'll get rid of that box there. But let's take a look at these and let's see which ones I've got. So we've got L'Homme Idéal Intense in the House of Guerlain, Paris, in the Eau De Parfum. And we have got L'Homme Idéal Eau De Parfum, so EDP. I have got over here the EDT, and this is one of my favorite fall and winter fragrances. I absolutely love this one. So we're going to see kind of just first impressions based off the original, see which one I prefer right off the bat. Since it's an in-depth review where I'm going on the notes in each one, just kind of first impressions. Do I like these as much as I have liked this one? So a lot of the times, maybe not the intense version of this, but the Eau De Parfum, I think a lot of people say is better than that one, but the fruit notes are different. And so I think that's kind of subjective. Which fruit notes do you prefer? So let's start with the EDP and see what we got first impressions wise. Get rid of the plastic, the box, just a paper box, nothing special. Got a little bit of a kind of a sticker or a tacky feel to the front of the box there. We've got, how does this open? Opens that way. Lifting the box up, nothing special in the tag. Get rid of this. So this is the newer bottle style. I think all of these are the same bottle style, I do believe. Now, yep. So you can see that the juice is a little bit darker in the EDP than in the EDT. And I mean, I guess you can see how much I've worn the EDT compared to it. So there's taking a pretty big dent out of this, seeing that I only bought it late last winter. I haven't had a lot of wears with this, but I tell you what, I really enjoy it. So let's grab a handy dandy test strip and give this one first impressions, first go. The caps on these are pretty decent. They kind of spin around and they click into place. You've got on the top of the bottle there, you can see that there's a logo embossed into the top of the atomizer. Also get that same logo embossed in the cap. And let's see. First impressions. Am I going to be disappointed since I love the EDT so much? I don't know. Let's see. 1, 2. So right away, you're getting juice in the second press of the atomizer. Okay, so my first impressions of giving it a smell is, smells like a little medicinal to me. Let's let this dry down just a little bit. I think I'm already not gonna like it as much as EDT. So I smell cherries, and that's what kind of gives it that like cherry cough syrup when the perfumer's alcohol comes right off the bat. Doesn't get better. It's fresh. It's a little bit spicy. Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know if I like it as much. Let's grab a test strip and smell it, contrasting it. And you know, and granted, this is on paper. Sometimes on skin, especially my skin, things smell quite a bit better than they do on paper. Sometimes the opposite. Sometimes things smell better on paper than they do on my skin. I'm gonna pick this one right back up. So I'm trying to think here. What do we think about this one? Let's spray the original. So I'm gonna spray the original. Yeah, already. So this one you can really smell the almond, right? So these are both have an almond note in them. That's kind of like the signature, you know, note of these two of all of the L'Homme Ideal line. I like this one better. It's woodier. The almond smells like almond. The fruit notes in there are not cherry, which I'm not a huge fan of cherry. On the EDP, I smell cherry. The EDT's better. So this may cause havoc or upset some people, but the EDT, in my opinion, is better. So this doesn't smell bad, right? But so the EDT for me is spicier, it's woodier, it's got more almond for it in me. I can't remember what the other notes are off the top of my head. You know, I mean, you can tell that they're in the same vein. I'm not even really getting a whole lot of that almond in the EDP. Whereas the almond note there, which is what I think I really enjoy about this particular fragrance, and the EDT is just a lot better, that almond. Okay, 7 out of 10 on this one for me, on the Eau De Parfum. 10 out of 10 for me. Like I said, this is one of my favorites on the EDT. Hey, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just telling you my honest opinion. Let's take a look at the intense version, and we will see how that one compares to maybe just a lot of people have kind of blown this one off, and they've kind of put like, say if they do top of the lines or they do a buying guide for this particular, which is I'm going to do. That's why I purchased these fragrances. I think I've got the extreme coming as well, and I'm not going to go on eBay and pay $200 or $300 for some of the discontinued ones in this line, but just the ones that you can find available at discounters, maybe the newer one, stuff like that. A lot of people haven't really given this one, so similar, you know, presentation. The box is the same. This is L'Homme Ideal Intense. This is also an Eau De Parfum concentration. So Eau De Parfum in the EDP, Eau De Parfum in the Intense, and this one is similar in color but a little bit darker to the EDT. And if this smells exactly like this one, I won't be upset, because it's okay to have a backup bottle. If this is stronger, spicier, projects more in your face more, and smells similar to this one, this one's going to, if this has better performance, this one only lasts, I think on my skin, about 4 to 6 hours. It's not a massive, I mean, it projects, but it doesn't have a, you know, a massive staying power or performance time that it stays on skin. Let's take a look at this one. Let's grab a test strip. Let's see what the L'Homme Ideal Intense smells like compared to the EDT and the EDP. So same deal on the atomizer. You can see that there. It's got the logo embossed. 1, 2, waste 3 sprays. Let's see the first impressions. What are the first impressions? So for me, this one's the clear winner, which is weird because this one doesn't get the hype that a lot of people, but I really like that spice bomb DNA spiciness And this is spicier. It smells like the EDT, but spicier. So you're not, maybe the almond part of this is probably like dialed down a little bit, but and then the spiciness is amped up. So that pepper, and I'm going to have to smell this one on skin. I'm going to have to do a whole review on this, which is what we're going to do in the line review. So yeah, so Intense for me is a good blind buy. I'm trying to figure out which end of the stick that I sprayed my nose. So this is definitely the EDT. This is the Intense. This actually might be the EDP. No, I think it's because it's weaker. It's probably the EDT because this is still quite strong. Yeah, and because that's a little brighter. So you got this drying down isn't as bad as it was in the opening. I don't like the opening of the EDP. So I would probably wear the EDP like right now because it's a little bit more fresh. It's a little more fruity. It's not as dark, right? It's a brighter fragrance. That cherry, whatever the fruit note that's in the EDT is darker than what's in the EDP. So the EDP is brighter than the EDT. And the Intense, for me, may be the best of the bunch. So it's going to get 10 out of 10 for me. So the 10 out of 10 on the Intense, which I just got a different nose, man. Like this one is like in all of the, big major YouTube guys. Look, this just goes to show you, man, you guys smell it for yourself. You can't really trust them. Some of the things they may not like, you may love. And I really enjoy the Intense. So I'm good. I'm cool with that. So for me, what situation would I wear these? I would wear the EDP. I want to try these on skin. I want to give each one of these a few wears before I do, the deep down, in-depth review on these. Give them a fair shot because I've had some fragrances that I didn't enjoy the opening, and the dry down, I absolutely fell in love with them. So that may be what this is. But as far as the opening is concerned, first impressions, this one's going to get the lowest score for me. 7 out of 10 on the opening, 10 out of 10 for the EDT, and a 10 out of 10 for the Intense for me. So I really enjoy this line. Are these two redundant? No. So like the EDT, because it's not as spicy and it has a little bit more of an almondy, woody feel, I think you could probably get away with this one during the day and evening. This one you could do the Intense, for the nighttime, for the clubs, and you could really spray them on top of each other, right? As this one starts to dry down and disappear towards the end of your work week in the fall, right? Wintertime, not summertime. Then when you go out, if you're going out for the evening, you could throw on the Intense, or special occasions, or going to the club. It's just got a little bit more punch. It's spicier. It's like, for me, it kind of sits between a Spice Bomb Extreme and a Spice Bomb, but not that. It's not that explosion of spices, but it has that spice to it. The Intense maybe is a little bit more citrusy, because all of these have fruits in them. I don't know. I'm starting to go nose blind to it, to being able to tell the difference. But I can tell you right now, based off just the first impressions, and this could change after some wears. Intense, just slightly beating out the EDT, and the EDP, which gets all the love for me, is down the bracket. I'm gonna tell you what, man, I don't know if I've got a cheap nose or what, but there's a lot of fragrances that I prefer the EDT over the EDP. I really do. And especially like in the Spice Bomb line, I prefer Night Vision EDT over the EDP. I prefer, a lot of different EDTs over the EDP variations. And maybe I just like that poppy push that EDTs can give. I don't know. I can't tell you what it is, but that's it for today, guys. Definitely, I think these two, blind buy worthy. Just go buy them. Go buy them. One or the other. Just depends. Do you want something that's a little more versatile? Go with the EDT. If you want something that's for date nights, late nights, club nights, stuff like that, pick up the Intense. Wait though until I do my full review, the whole line. I do have the Extreme coming as well, and that one may even be the best of the bunch. I don't know. That's all we got for you today, folks. L'Homme Idéal from the House of Guerlain. A little bit of a niche fragrance at designer prices, especially from discounters. Check it out, guys. Give it a sniff if you can get your hands on a sample. I'll come back with a full review, let you know if these guys are blind buy worthy. I can already tell you EDT is blind buy worthy. Go ahead and feel confident picking that up. The other ones, when they come in, we'll do the full review. Like, subscribe, comment down below. Tell me which one you think you like, right? It really helps to know what other people think they like and how unique you particularly smell things and what you enjoy as an individual, man. It's so subjective, these fragrance things, and that's why you really need to kind of smell things for yourself. I'm just a guy in a studio who likes to wear fragrances, and maybe it's a little less biased that way. I don't know, folks. You tell me what you think down in the comment below after you've liked and subscribed to the video. Take it easy. We'll see you next time, and I'm out of here.